What's up, y'all? We final game of the Wildcard weekend, and it's a blockbuster: Vikings versus Rams. This game happened in Week 8 earlier in the season, and it was not one to be disappointed. Expect the same here. Going to give you bold prediction and our score, and obviously keeping track of our scores for the week. Still 0-0 because this video is happening before the games even start. But next week you'll see some tallies up there. So take us away, EJ. What's your takes on these?
This game is very, very up in the air, and I feel like I might change my pick as I talk about it, but I'm not going to. All right, I'm going to go with the Rams winning this game. All right, 31-27. Okay, the Rams are 1-point underdogs. All right, and I did pick the Commanders to win, who are also underdogs, but the Rams are home underdogs, which you can say is value, or you can say is a sign to stay away. All right. The Rams beat this team at home in Week 8. The Vikings' defense is very, very good, but they just got torn up by Jahmyr Gibbs. Kyren Williams is not the same running back as Jahmyr Gibbs. He's not as explosive, but he is a very good running back, and Sean McVay finds different ways to get him the ball. And Gibbs scored two touchdowns on the ground and one through the air. Kyren Williams is a threat through the air. Like I said, he's not as explosive as Gibbs, but he could still get it done. The Vikings have the 5th-ranked defense against the run. They allow 93 rushing yards per game against the run, which kind of started me towards the Vikings. But then I remembered how much Brian Flores blitzes, and Stafford is good against the blitz. All right, he's a veteran quarterback. He is going to pick up on the blitz, and he's going to be able to get the ball to his man in man coverage, because they play man coverage when they blitz or there's hole in the zones. Puka Nacua, all right, versus Byron Murphy. I honestly think Byron Murphy is a little overrated, if you ask me. And Cooper Kupp kills man coverage. All right, he has been playing that well lately, but I think he'll step it up for the playoffs. Sean McVay at home, he rested his starters because he felt like he had confidence either way with who they were going to play. They could have got the 3rd seed, but they lost the game, and the Bucs got the 3rd seed. So they were okay with playing the Lions at home. And they were also okay with playing the Vikings at home because they had beat this team in Week 1. Sam Darnold had 166 passing yards against the Lions and had 43 completion percentage on 41 pass attempts. That's why I am aiming towards the Rams to win this game. Another reason why I'm aiming towards the Rams to win this game is because I think it's all setting up for Lions and Rams, okay, rematch. Yeah. That's what I think it's all setting up for. Obviously, I say that, but I chose the Commanders to win, and with the Commanders winning, that means it's going to be Lions and Commanders. But if the Commanders lose, which they very much well can do, okay? What are you laughing at?
They very much will, but then you got the Commanders winning. So which one is it, man? Are they going to win or lose?
They can lose. Like I said, I had them winning 27-28. I do think they're going to win this game, all right? But it's a toss-up. The reason I think the Commanders win this game or win their game is because Lattimore and Evans. I think Lattimore is going to get Evans out of his game, and now Baker is forced to beat this team, and the injuries to the Bucs. Mike Edwards got banged up. All right. Shaquille Barrett just came back. Okay. But that's the main reason is Lattimore and the Bucs injuries on the defensive backfield. And I got the Rams winning this game because, like I said, the NFL wants Rams versus Lions. It's a stellar game every single time. Pretty sure it went in overtime Week 1. The Rams lost to the Lions in the first week of the playoffs last year. So I think they want that rematch in Stafford versus the Lions, and it would be great to see the Lions be beaten by Matthew Stafford, and then the Rams got to play the Eagles in the NFC Championship. I wouldn't mind that one bit, but
I'd be scared if I was an Eagles fan. The Rams are a really scary team in the playoffs. Sean McVay
has destroyed the Rams.
I understand, but
if you can't stop the run, you're going to struggle against the Eagles. That's all I can say.
Okay, but they could stop other things. And if the run is the only thing that the Eagles could throw at them, the Rams could hang around and then just beat them at the end. That's what they've been doing all year to every single team. So I'm just saying. I also have the Rams to win 41-38. I had this being I had this being a really high scoring game. It's gonna be an absolute shootout. The Rams, well, it's really hard to pick who's gonna win this game. I'm leaning towards the Vikings just because they're so explosive. But then I started doing my research, and the Rams just have the edge in this, mainly because they're at home.
And playoff experience.
Yes, yeah, and I'm getting to that. The Rams finished the season 5-6, with their sixth game being the game that they rested their entire starters, and they still almost beat Seattle, which Seattle had all of the starters playing. So you can also argue that Stafford is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and Sam Darnold's not. They are more rested. The Vikings have to travel to LA, but the Rams defense cannot stop the pass. You have a dynamic duo in Jordan Addison and Jay Jets. Defensively, the Vikings are better, but offensively, the Rams have the experience and a better offensive unit. When it comes down to it, the Rams have the advantage with rest, experience, and a heavy heart because of what's going on in LA right now. These teams met in Week 8, where the Rams won in LA 20-30. This will be an absolute shootout of a game. But the Rams are hotter. They are the hotter team, and they have really put it together to close out the year. That Week 8 game was Omar Spate's NFL debut on defense, which changed the whole complex of that defense. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nakua's first game back from injury.
Yep.
And Akilo Witherspoon, which I told you about. He didn't even know who he was. Only played What?
Still don't. Go on, though.
Only played nine snaps as backup cornerback in that game ever since he's been going off. Jay Jets was the only receiver to go off. They contained Aaron Jones all on the ground, which they're going to do again. Stafford played his best game of the year. Vikings had no answer for Puka at all. Lastly, the Vikings had trouble blocking Jared Verse. I can very easily see the Vikings winning without a doubt. But more experienced coach, quarterback, more experienced offense, and a promising defense, I'm backing the Rams with the upset.
Okay, so that's I like that. I like the Rams upset. Another thing I forgot to mention is Sam Darnold. He wins this game, he gets paid.
Yeah,
he gets a fat contract if he wins this game.
I don't think the Vikings want to pay him.
No, but another team will. Like how Daniel Jones won that game against the Vikings.
Yeah.
And then he got paid $40 million. That's the position Sam Darnold is in right now. And another thing, Sam Darnold has only lost to 2 teams this year. Yes, they have 3 losses, but they've only lost to 2 teams. The Lions twice and this Rams team. Okay? I think Sam Darnold seems like the type of person that he won't be able to get over that hump. Okay? I don't think he can perform under pressure. I think he knew the Lions were number 1 in the division, and he lost to them. He played poorly. Like I said, 41%. All right, of pass attempts. I like Sam Darnold, all right. I wish him the best. I hope he balls out, and I hope he gets that check and takes care of his life, takes care of his family for the rest of his life, because he will get a $40 million contract if he wins this game. But I just don't see it happening. I think he's going to fold under the pressure. That's going to take you to my bold prediction. I got an 8-leg same-game parlay.
What?
All right? Plus 160.
Oh, okay, I'm not about to put all these pictures out there, so you better just...
No, you don't need to. I'll just send you a screenshot of it. Puka Nacua, over 40 receiving yards, 39.5 receiving yards. Justin Jefferson, over 39.5 receiving yards. We can probably change that to 50, but we'll play it safe. Jordan Addison, over 39.5 receiving yards. Cooper Kupp, over 1.5 receptions. Jordan Addison, over 1.5 receptions. Sam Darnold, over 174.5 passing yards.
His line's that low?
No, you had to do these. Are all alternate lines. None of these are you have to buy all these lines. That's why it's only plus 160. Matthew Stafford, over 199.5 yards, so he has to get 200 or more. Aaron Jones, over 39.5 rushing yards. If you want to take Aaron Jones, 25 rushing yards, it makes it plus 115, which is pretty much even money. But I went with 40. $10 pays out 26, so $100 pays out 260. You can decide what you want to do, but that's my bold prediction, okay? Puka Nacua, over 39.5. Justin Jefferson, over 39.5. Jordan Addison, over 39.5. Cooper Kupp, over 1.5. Addison, over 1.5. Darnold over 175.5. Matthew Stafford over 200. Aaron Jones over 39.5.
Okay, Mr.
Locked in.
Parlay, EJ Parlays. I guess you could make a whole segment about just EJ Parlays. My bold prediction is only one. Keep it short and sweet for y'all. And not stress like, oh my God, which one do I do? Puka Nacua over 70 receiving yards.
Okay.
I don't know what you had him at. Vikings are 28 versus the pass, averaging 242 pass yards a game. Puka has not gone under 98 yards in any of his home games he's played in this season. 106 on Minnesota, 98 on the Dolphins, 117 on the Eagles, 162 on the Bills, 129 on Arizona. 70 is a safe lock for a playoff game where you have no idea what the heck is going to happen. Like, Puka could get hurt the first play, right? He could catch a 75-yard bomb and then just pull his hamstring. Like we've seen that happen. So you just don't know what's going to happen in the playoff game. And then if you want to take any of the Vikings receivers, that's not a bad bet either, because the Rams pass defense is allowing 223.1 pass yards a game, and they're ranked 20th versus the pass. So the receivers in this game are in for a big one. Again, I think it's going to be a shootout.
It is going to be a shootout. I'm trying to figure out what the over-under is. 47.5. I feel like everyone loves the over. Let's see if it's probably going to get higher. It's probably going to get close to 49.5, 50 before that game starts on Monday. But I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 49. Like a 27-28 type of game. I would not be surprised.
Oh, I guess next week we'll know who the Eagles' next victim or...
Yes, victim.
I don't know.
And yes, the Eagles will be playing next week.
If it's the Rams that they have to play, I'm going to lean towards the Rams a little bit.
Go ahead. We watched that game in
Boston,
and Saquon went nuts.
I know, but Sean McVay is the type of coach to take his weaknesses and turn them into strengths. So
he's an offensive coach.
He's going to take Saquon out the game.
He doesn't coach defense.
I don't care. He's a good overall coach.
He is a great coach, but I don't think he's going to take Saquon out the game. He's more so like,
hey, man.
The
way
they take Saquon out the game is giving the ball to Kyron Williams.
The one team I feel like could beat the two teams that I feel really confident in beating the Eagles are the Lions and the Rams. Everybody else is toast.
Not the Bucks.
Not this year.
No. Thank you.
I think the Eagles are tired of losing to the Bucks. It's been 3 games in a row that they lost to the Bucks.
2 games in a row.
3, going back to last year.
Yeah, the playoff game and then this game this
Okay,
season.
so it's 2. Right.
Because you guys beat them in the football.
Yeah. Okay, so the Eagles are kind of tired of losing to the Bucks. I would be too.
Because they've been bad losses.
Yeah, they've been horrible. So I don't see the Bucks beating anybody except the Washington Commanders. I think the Lions, they're going to be cooked. I think the Eagles, they're cooked. The Rams, they're cooked. But I just think the biggest threat, for me, the biggest threat to the Eagles are the Rams.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. That's how I feel.
I think that would be with any other team that we were talking about.
No, I could have said the Packers. I could have said the Bucks, which I'm partially a Bucks fan. I could have said the Bucks, but no. I'm saying that the Rams are the biggest threat to the Eagles to stop them. I'm just saying, and I'm not.
Kick my feet up and watch the game. Feel good about it.
No, you'll be rocking back and forth all like in that chair. What was that? What are you doing? My God, did you see that?
Much. I don't scream too much.
Did you see that?
My brother screams a lot.
And then if you stare at him, he's like,
that I do. I sit there in disappointment, but I don't scream too much.
What is this? What are we doing? Run the ball!
All right, y'all. We'll catch you next week. Keep our record, and we'll see who's ahead by the end of Wildcard weekend.
This guy.